Tim Maxwell from Airstream, and I hear at the RV shows a lot of time, well, what makes Airstream an Airstream? Or what makes them unique? Or what sets them apart from one another? First of all, Airstream's been around since 1931. We're the oldest RV company in existence. There were 400 RV companies in existence at that time. Since the 30s, only Airstream remained. So we've been in business for several years. That brings value to the end user. The other thing about it is this Airstream trailer is going to outperform any other product out on the market. But look at it. If you start looking at this main door is welded. This main door is going to shut and protect like a bank vault. This main door, we got a little Zoe screen door guards on it. Open and close the main door. One-piece hinge castings. That's solid. Bolted into position. This main door tells a story. If somebody comes up to me during a show and they say, well, what sets Airstream apart? First of all, I talk about our history, but the other thing I really want to start pointing to is this solid riveted construction. We build our trailers so different than anybody else out there. We build our trailers like they build yachts, like they build airplanes, and like they build homes. We build the outside shell first. We build this outside shell. It's a riveted construction, all made of aluminum. After we build this outside shell, we're going to send it through a water test booth where we got somebody on the inside trying to identify all the water leaks that we may have. They are all fixed before we move on. After it passes water check at that point, it is a leak-free shell. After that point, then we come through and we're going to install the insulation, then the inside skin. Every Airstream trailer has two shells, a shell within a shell. After we get through that inside shell department, it's going to go through the wood shop and we're going to hand scribe or hand fit all the cabinetry into place. You get that custom feel or that custom fit into every Airstream trailer. The other manufacturers are going to start with the chassis, set the furniture on the floor, then they set the sidewalls around the furniture, and then they set the roof. They sort of build around that furniture. With Airstream, the shell is the heart of it. With the other manufacturers, they rely on that furniture to hold everything together. And what I like to joke about, and it's kind of the truth, how does the other manufacturers check for water leaks? I can tell you that every Airstream trailer is checked for water leaks. So that's just kind of some things that set us apart. When we start looking at this aluminum superstructure, there's no wood on the inside that's going to rot, mildew, wear out. Start looking at our windows, wide opening windows. Airstream's going to put windows on the front end shell. Airstream's going to put in windows on the rear end shell. That's that 360-degree view that invites Mother Nature in. So different than some of the other products out there. The last thing I want to talk about is towability. This Airstream trailer is going to stick to the road like glue. And what I mean by that is we build between the axles. So we have a low center of gravity. Our water tanks are placed below the floor line, independent wheel suspension, rubber torsion axles. The majority of the weight is going to be from the floor line down. Now if you wrap in our aerodynamic shape, it's like towing a fuselage down the road versus a box trailer. So you don't see a square airplane flying through the air. It doesn't make sense. It's not aerodynamic. Exactly the same thing with an Airstream trailer. So now we're on the inside of an Airstream trailer. It's really that home away from home experience, right? So right away you're going to notice it's light, it's airy. We have windows on the front end shell. We have windows on the rear end shell. We got windows, big 30-inch windows on the sides for that cross ventilation. Really want to dive into some of the cabinetry. So remember, all the cabinetry is walked through this 26-inch wide door and hand fitted or hand scribed into position. So we get that custom feel or that custom cabinetry precision on the inside. All of our cabinetry, European hinges on the inside, tons of storage, quality. We open and shut the drawers. You're going to notice quality right away. 3/4, half-inch material. We utilize the 3/4 and half-inch material because the cabinets are all put together using residential techniques. So this shell is going to last generation after generation This shell is going to travel miles and miles and miles throughout the countryside. This furniture is going to stand the test of time. This furniture is all put together with dowel pins, pocket screw, wood glue, and it's part of that Airstream story. So just wrap up here real quick. What makes an Airstream an Airstream? It's about our history. Got a great history, been around since 1931, 75% are still on the road today. It's about the quality riveted construction that's built from the outside and work our way in. Third thing we want to talk about is the towability of the Airstream. You wrap all them together and you got an iconic Airstream that's going to last generation to generation.